What is up, everybody? Scott Newby here from Friday Night AV and Living It with Scott and Cat podcast. As you can see, I have the red lights on behind me, not the happy blue lights. We have the sad siren red lights on. Nicholas, thanks for joining in, brother. I know quite a few guys have messaged me, want to know what was going on with this, and have kind of been following me on this journey. So I figured it'd just be easier just to address everybody like this. So, and then people that can't check this out live, they can just watch it later if they want to. So it is February 5th. Welcome, all subscribers. Everybody just checking this out, coming to hang out for a few minutes. I give everybody a chance to get logged on and on the live. So got a lot of... JR, what is up, brother? Man, thanks for big supporter of ours as always. So thank you, sir, for joining in on the fun. So just quick rundown what's going on with the channel. We get everybody a chance to hop on this live. Like always, working for the community, listening to you guys, what you're looking for. So I got Ike from Easy HT Tech as a special guest coming up. I will be releasing the date and time on that any day now. Him and I have been chatting. Also Don from Horizon Home Theater. I'm going to have him on as a special guest as well. I got Brian coming on from Ace of Base Home Theater. And also Don Dunn from Haven Smart and Audioholics. That'll be on February 16th at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. This Friday night, Kat's going to be sitting in the hot seat when we hammer her with that 150, dropping those hertz on her ever so slowly. And then I got a new group of guys coming by this weekend. I think it's about a 4.5 hour round trip. 2 weekends ago, we had 4 people over for they want to check out both systems, get some reaction videos. This weekend, got two or three guys coming in from Michigan, north side of Wisconsin. They said it was about a 4-hour round trip drive. So they're going to be coming out this Saturday night. We'll do the usual tour. Then we'll get some thoughts and reaction videos at the end of that. So looking to have a good time. So that's kind of what's going on with the channel. I'll have dates and times with those special guests on our Facebook group and sharing them to our page and YouTube and all that stuff. So always chatting with somebody about something, see what's going on. I'm going to be a special guest on a couple of those other podcasts as well. So, we keep the community going, get everybody hanging out. So, but the reason why we are here this evening or this afternoon, so as a lot of you guys know, my systems have always been ever evolving. So always working on something, thinking about something. The main basis of my room is obviously very home theater orientated. Atmos, DTSX, that comes first. Having loudness came second. Always wanted that, super immersive experience. And then I do what I can to build around that. Hence, all the subs and stuff like that. So as over the years, as I've been building that up, like if you go onto Google and you type in world's loudest home theater or Guinness Book of World Records, loudest home theater, there's a pretty popular guy on there. His room is obviously much nicer than mine. It's huge. He's got millions of dollars wrapped up into it. Wasn't looking at it as a competition from that point of view. This whole hobby, I don't look at it as a competition. Me and some of the guys have like friendly competitions and stuff like that, or we pull each other's leg or give each other a hard time. But, I've always just been an advocate of everybody enjoying the hobby and enjoying themselves, big or small, cheap, expensive. It doesn't matter. We've all had systems of different calibers. But so I always thought, man, that's cool, man, that guy has like the title of like loudest home theater system, by Guinness Book of World Records. I was like, man, that's awesome. I have the advantage because my room's quite small, especially compared to that guy's. So, it always kind of just sat in the back of my head, and everybody's always like, man, this room's crazy. I haven't experienced anything like that before. So a couple of months ago, actually, a pretty well-known guy from AVS Forum, his name's Tony, and his handle on there, which some of you guys may know Tony, is TVOUNG. I'm not going to disrespect the guy by mispronouncing whatever that is supposed to be. Hold on. Okay. So I had a picture brought up here that I got to read off of it to you guys here in a minute. So anyway, Tony's been out to a bunch of home theater systems. I didn't even know this. We've actually chatted back and forth for like a year. He's been on AVS forums forever. And he goes, "Hey man, I see you're building quite the setup over there. I literally fly all over the country. I fly everywhere, and I'm, huge into the hobby. I know everybody, and I try to check out the more extreme setups. Just, I really get into that." And he's got a system of his own. And he goes, "Man, if you've heard of like somebody's huge system, I probably went there and I visited." He goes, "I've been in rooms with like multiple 24s and a bunch of 21s and all kinds of 18s and 15s. He goes, "Man, I've experienced some really crazy rooms, like some of the craziest rooms that people have built." He goes, I just love it." He goes, "I'd love to come experience your room. I've seen the videos like Youth Man's done on your room." He goes, "I think it would be a cool time. I come to Chicago frequently." I was like, "Yeah, dude, just let me know, give me a heads up. I'll make myself available, because we try to entertain around here." So he hits me up, he comes down, and, go through the usual spiel, an hour just hanging out, checking everything out. So at the end, I said, what do you think?" And he goes, "Man, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to BS you." He goes, "But this is the most insane setup that I've personally ever experienced." And he goes, I think I've experienced, most of the real heavy hitters out there. And he goes, he goes, "Man, just the impact and the loudness." He goes, and he goes, "That actually hurts me." He goes, "That's the first time I've really experienced that." He goes, "This is something special." He goes, "Man, this is cool." So that really just made me think, about like the Guinness Book. I was like, "Oh, maybe that would be just a cool thing to do." And then if somebody wanted to build their system up or already had a system that would beat mine, I could care less about that. It was just something cool that I thought to do. So I thought, what the heck? I'll reach out to Guinness Book of World Records and just, who knows? Let's see what they have to say. Because I tried years ago, I don't know, maybe like when COVID was going on, and I hit my first 150. I sent them an email, and it kind of blew me off. COVID's going on. We're not really doing too much right now, and they just kind of shot it down. So I wrote them an email. I said, I'm interested in doing the loudest home theater, which by definition would be screen, seats, some kind of format, if Dolby Pro Logic, Dolby Digital, Dolby Atmos, DTS, whatever, just a home theater, not a stereo set, not somebody that built a speaker in their basement or just has two huge air horns and you sit in there and experience the loudest SPL you ever in your life. An actual functional room theater setup. So I wrote them that email, and so we don't have an entry for that. So first that blew my mind, because I was like, well, if you Google it, there's right there, Guinness Book of World Record, loudest home theater. So they said, if you want to have for us to take under consideration, to take you under consideration for a new entry for like a new title, it was $5 or $10, and we'll take it under consideration and we'll let you know. So I paid the $5, and it processed my bank, so I knew that they were serious, like they were doing it or whatever, or just took my couple bucks. And they came back and they denied and said, "Unfortunately, loudest home theater, we are not interested in adding that." So I guess it's impossible for anybody to have the loudest home theater in Guinness Book of World Records, because it's not even available to anybody. So then I was very confused. So I did some more research on the guy that had the loudest home theater by Guinness Book of World Records. Well, technically, it's under the loudest personal gaming system. Well, if you read through, he's got, a huge Stewart screen and Dolby Atmos and all that stuff. So obviously that was like a loophole, I guess, that you could play for what they already had something there for. So I thought, what the heck? I got a PS5. I got a gaming system too. I've already came this far, so why not? So I applied for loudest personal gaming system, because his record was 132 dB, and I personally know quite a few more people that already, I know multiple guys. There's guys that have some crazy setups out there that I know are well deep into the 130s and even 140s. So I thought, well, man, it'd be cool if one of us just kind of messed with this. So I was even messaging a couple of the other guys. I said, "Why didn't you guys apply for this, man? It'd just be something stupid to do." So this is the email that they wrote me back. So I got denied because there is no loudest home theater in Guinness Book of World Records. So not that I mean, I'm going to continue doing what I want with my system because I'm not done with it yet. For whatever reasons that I just have a good time doing, that isn't going to stop me. So the email that they sent me. So I mean, I'm going to read this to you here. It's kind of hard to say. So for the loudest personal gaming system, this is now an inactive record. So if you can look it up on Guinness Book of World Records, personal loudest gaming system, this dude's still up here. It was entered in 2008. So now this is an inactive record. This record has been sourced from expert consultants and institutions, and we do not invite proactive applications. If you want to speak to us about this record, please contact us. So I did contact them. I wrote them a letter, I wrote them an email, and I wrote, I sent you a couple bucks. You guys were going to take under consideration for me having the loudest home theater, but you guys don't have an entry position for that. So I'd like to fill out an application if you would consider me. They sent back, we're not interested in adding the loudest home theater, which to me, I mean, for regular people or, guys doing car audio builds or home audio builds or whatever, that would be something that, some people actually get into. They do like these other crazy rooms, like in warehouses with these big horns that you just experience the loudest SPL you have, and it could actually kill people or something. I mean, that's cool too. I'm not discrediting people, having fun in other ways, but so I said, well, and then I also wanted to then try to do your personal gaming system the loudest, and then they said, unfortunately, we're not taking any more applications for that either. So the guy, I guess he's just locked in for the rest of his life as having the loudest home theater, even though he's under the personal gaming setup, and that's that. So I wasn't super sad about it. It was just something cool and fun that me and the guys have been chatting about, and I was going to do. So that's the story behind it. So obviously, I was building a system way before I thought about doing any of that, and it's certainly not going to stop me. It's not you, it's them. Haha. So damn, they took your money anyways. That sounds like purposely knowing better. Yikes. Yeah, and it was $5. I was gonna say it's 5 or 10, but I'm almost 100% sure it was 5, and I didn't care about that. But I thought it was cool. I was like, well, if it enters another one, because I know all kinds of guys that continuously building their systems, or people that are building concrete bunkers and dropping hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then they blow me out of the water, whatever. Then that's cool. Then that dude gets to do it, because I mean it's like a cool little metal. You put a bunch of time and a bunch of money, and blood, sweat, and tears into these things. And you have some fun, and then somebody takes away from me, and I could care less. But yeah, journey over. Let's cut that 8 sub in half, so we each have 7.5 caps. Oh, Mark. Well, my journey is still where it was. Everybody's pretty much knowing I want to have 18 18s, which is going to be 9 Captivator 6000s. Currently have 7. Currently have 8. The 9th one will be here. I don't know. I'll probably get it by the end of this year. I mean, that isn't JTR's fault. I don't know when I'm going to get it. I have other things I need to do in there. I need new Atmos. I need to redo my ceiling. But in my mind, I've always wanted 18 18s. Still shooting up that 10 hertz. The 150 hertz it was super cool. If you guys didn't see the other videos, I was hitting it live here a couple days ago. But I've always wanted to just open my door, and then the first thing you see is 418 stacked floor to ceiling, the big Captivators, and literally I won't even have an inch of clearance stacking floor to ceiling. It'll be a custom made, well, not custom made, but in my mind that'll be a Captivator 12,000. And I'll say that to you, Mark, and then you'll probably come over here and break my windows out. But no, we're not cutting up that 8 sub, buddy. So that was just kind of the story. It was kind of sad to just see them. I'm not heartbroken over it, obviously. Spliffy Bendrix, sup, Scott? Hey, what's up, brother, man? Thanks for stopping by. So I mean, it was something cool to do. I'll keep measuring, and I'll keep building, and I'll keep doing what I got to do. Just make sure don't sway back and forth in infrasonic range. No, I will have them coupled together, and then I'm actually going to do, and it's funny, and because I'm going to go prehistoric on this, in my mind, I'm thinking a big, like, metal plate on the wall, and sticking a big metal plate on the back of the top sub, and using like an old rusty like pirate ship chain, and just give it that old like rustic badass kind of look to it. I don't know. I get into doing weird stuff like that. So yeah, I certainly took that into consideration, man. So Edward Sweet, A Wall of Sound, all perfect tied in. Yeah, so I mean that's regardless of how this turned out, and you know, um, it is what it is. So the build will keep on going. All the get-togethers will keep on going. All the guests keep going. I'll still keep going. Everybody else's home theater, they'll keep coming over here. Guinness Book of World Records hasn't stopped anything in this community or this hobby for anybody. It's just very misleading that if you Google it, it does come up that somebody has that record, but it's not really. It's a personal gaming setup, and then that you can't even take away from anybody because it's an inactive record. So I know with as many people get in this hobby, which I understand it's a very small percentage. But you know, people get into car audio stuff, people get into loud stuff, people get into crazy stuff. So I don't know. So if somebody was asking earlier what my new max is, because I added the other sub, not even sure. I haven't had a chance to play with it. I did a couple rips the other day with you guys. This Friday night, I'm going to have Kat sit in that seat, and we hit her with like 150 last time. We're going to hit her with 150 again, but at lower hertz. And then next month, I'm going to hit her with everything we got on some Bassotronics around 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hertz. And then she'll probably throw up all over the place, or her head will explode. So guess we're going to see. So all right, guys. Hopefully I'll see you guys this Friday night. And like I said, I got Ike from Easy HT Tech coming on shortly in a couple days or a couple weeks. And then Don from Horizon Home Theater. And then Don Dunn from Haven Smart and Audioholics. And Brian from Ace of Base Home Theater. I said Ace of Base. Ace of Base Home Theater, February 16th at 9 p.m. Got new reaction videos going to be dropping this weekend when the guys come over. And hopefully you guys, hold on, what do we got here? Hey, man, thanks. I appreciate the love and the support from everybody, all subscribers, all the Patreon members, all you guys absolutely rock. Hopefully I didn't miss out anything. I think we are good. All right, everybody, thanks for stopping by. Have an amazing night. I'm sure I'll be talking to a lot of you guys soon. So, all right, everybody, peace out.